Hey guys, Sam here, welcome back to the channel. It's another upper body day, which is great for me, just training shoulders. We'll be back on legs next week, but shoulders today, focusing on delts as usual, isolations as usual for rear and middle delts, maybe some pressing if there's room, and a little chat afterwards. Catch you inside. The other thing that's going on today is I got my flyers printed to promote the channel, so they all arrived, and it's got a QR code that will take you straight to the YouTube channel. And then on the back, all food tables that I made. So this is going to show you the portion sizes for all your grams of protein and carbs, but includes fats for the protein ones as well, because the carb ones are just trace. But all of that's explained on there. These I'm going to hand out where I'm out this weekend. But these are going to be the subjects of another video explaining like how to use it best and what it leads to on the form from the other QR code. But I've been really happy that those have arrived. I'm just dropping a few off here before I get started. It's kind of like that scene in American Psycho, actually, with the business cards, you know, except my flyer, that subtle off-white colouring, the QR codes. It even has the food tables. I literally forgot that this week was going to be a high rep, slower weight deload week, so I went straight into heavy, and yeah, pretty achy on the shoulder and elbow, so I am going to do the rest of my sets on the pressing and the rest of the workout lighter and higher rep. So I'll probably do 60 pounds. Set 3, here we go. And last one. No. Back. You know, as usual, I do find that about 4 sets is about what it takes to do it for each movement. By the 4th set, the reps really dropping down. Unless I waste a set and it takes like 5 sets, or I go extra heavy and it takes 3 sets, it's sort of like, normally 4 sets does it for me, where I feel that drop off and move on. So next up I'm going to use this rear delts machine. It's less popular than the fly chest fly combo machine, and very rarely see this used actually. Most people just use it as like a table for their bag, but I quite like the feeling of it. Quite like doing something with my elbows rather than handheld for a change. Set one. Stronger on this than last time, it's quite satisfying. But you don't need to go super heavy on this to get the desired effect, because it is a very kind of particular isolation doing something like this for rear delts. But what I had been doing more recently is side delts first, because I noticed they were sort of less developed than the rear delts for me, because I've been starting on this one, or the rear delt flies, with the seated machine, like every time for at least a couple of months. So generally I'm starting with the side, but this is free now, and it's just once in a while I'll start with this one today. Anyway, with the smaller muscle groups, and the smaller isolations don't need so much rest, so I can dive straight into set 2 now. Yeah, it's going good, man. Just a bit of rear delts action.
You put your smaller t-shirt?
No, mate, this is extra large.
Jesus Christ.
Extra large, extra schmedium. Yeah, mate, like nearly 300 pounds now. Morning weight is like 296 to 298.
How is breathing?
Bad. Breathing is bad. Everything about normal life is bad, especially putting my shoes and socks on.
Yeah, that was the main issue for me.
Mate, it's brutal.
Alright, people.
Where you train today? Shoulders as well?
No, back.
Oh, my favourite.
I know, I like it. I can train my back 2 hours. So good.
Yeah, it's the best. Right. I've only got 2 more on here anyway. Set 3. Wow. I think that was a tiny bit of extra rest. Maybe get more on set 3 than set 2. Either that or set 2 wasn't high enough effort. One more though. That was my friend Victor I was just speaking to of MVP coaching. So he's very, very close to being a men's physique pro. I thought he should have been last year. He's always very close, won some overalls in men's physique, and I expect that for him very soon. But he's doing very well with the coaching as well, so always a good conversation to catch up how these things work. And last set now on the rear delts. And that's all I got. Something for side delts next. So for the side deltoid, I'm choosing the dumbbell side raises, but I'm doing it with that hand position slightly extra pronated that I demonstrated last time, as they sort of think now that recruits more of the side deltoids than having it straight. So, you know, I'm going to carry on playing with it for a few weeks and see if I see a visible difference. But it goes quite nicely with going a bit lighter as well, so really concentrate on something like that. So set one on side delts. Build pump from it, if nothing else. And set two. It's only 14 kilos each side. Getting to the point of getting achy in general. After yesterday and persevering with it, I'm actually looking forward to another chest day already. And I was just speaking to Victor again. We're thinking to maybe train together either chest or back in a week or so. So get some collaborations going just to make the workouts more interesting in the coming weeks. It's the last one. They got Wesley and I think Urs up there. I'll be seeing all that lot this weekend at the UK Arnolds. I kind of feel like the deltoids are coming through quite nicely. If it's showing through a shirt, like something's happening for sure. So hopefully that transfers into actual growth. I'm sure it will actually transfer to growth because I'm really pushing the food, and as I was saying earlier, even the morning weight is like been 296 and 298, just hovering around that point. It's really been a tremendous amount of growth these last few months, and push food up and up to the absolute limit. Can probably hold on for a couple more weeks, and really seeing the real difference of all this will be when I'm cut down again and all the muscles are separated, and I can really see what I've got for all this hard work the last kind of 9 months or so of growing. My weight is up significantly over my last off season, and it's continued to go up a little bit more slowly as I've gone along, but still motoring forwards, and I will make it to 300 pounds for this video series and this journey, and then think of what's next. But I think most of the progress has been chest and shoulders, a little bit legs, but I want more legs obviously, just had to take that little break with the injured toe, but legs will be back on next week. For winding it back for a week or two, I'm happy with that as just the one isolation each on rear delts and side delts, and now I'm just going to do this machine overhead press as a little finisher. So if you're doing like a more focused workout, a shorter workout, something like this, you probably miss out if you've done the dumbbell overhead press like I started with. But I particularly like this machine, saw it was free, and I'll make a nice little finisher here. That should be the shoulders look. Like, I wish I had thicker arms and I could do like the most muscular pose, hands on hip, and really get the delts and shoulders out. But I feel like when your arms aren't the greatest, the safest one is the hands clasp one, just to kind of hide it in there. A crab or a hands on hip, arms a little bit exposed. I'm sorry if that means nothing to you, thinking about the bodybuilding competitions, but some people I help out are competing already or looking to compete in the near future, so it's what some of us like, but in the grand scheme of things, the competitions aren't so big in the world of bodybuilding when you consider it more broadly, I guess. Probably mix it up with these high rep weeks more often. I have quite enjoyed it. Last one. No. So that's the workout for today done, and as you will have gathered if you made it this far, I'm very close to my goal for this phase. I've just got to be careful because I'm really pushing things. Had some minor injuries or upsets, as you know, with the toe, the bicep, and a little bit of achy elbows and stuff. So that's the purpose of going lower weight for a little while. And the thing with the foot, I just don't want anything pressing through with the toe, but it's almost ready now. I just think it's best to start it next week when I'm not out for the weekend all weekend covering this Arnold Classic stuff up in Birmingham. I don't want to be trailing around with DOMs in my legs because I haven't trained them properly for like 3 weeks now. So that can wait just a few more days and cycle around the upper body stuff again like I've done these last few days. So might be able to tolerate something on arms, might be able to go straight into back again if I'm not lifting super heavy, which I won't be. Could be bodyworks or could be pumping iron up at Arnold Grove, as I haven't trained back there in a long time, and certainly not since I started making the videos, so it'd be worth exploring that properly if I'm going to do something a little bit different tomorrow for back. Other than that, I really need to make my arrangements for this weekend because it's getting closer. I'm getting very excited to see certain rematches with Classic Physique and open bodybuilding and see what there is in the expo. I've really got no idea what to expect because I haven't been to any of the really big expos before. I went to the True Athlete one last year, but it wasn't so big. I went to watch a couple of friends competing, and the rest of the event wasn't huge, so I can sort of treat it like an exciting weekend of something I haven't quite done before. And I think it's probably going to be the biggest thing in the UK now, maybe Europe, unless you're counting Vibo and Germany, but I don't know as they have a competition that would be as big as the Arnold UK in terms of the names that would be there on the bodybuilding stage. So very much looking forward to it. Glad to have the flyers ready. You can see I'm quite excited about those, and I hope that the information on them will be useful to anyone that picks them up. But there will be a separate video to accompany that as like the kind of video counterpart to the piece of paper, explaining how you might use it in either meal planning or flexible dieting, to have as a reference in the kitchen, things like that, and a bit more of an intro to the channel for anyone that's going to be new as a result of picking those up. But I'm grateful for all the subscribers that I have so far, those of you who comment regularly. If you've got any requests or questions, as usual, put them in. but we're getting very close to 1,000 subscribers now, so everyone that's subscribed now would like to thank you for getting on board early and trusting in me before there was that element of social proof of having much of a visible following online. And so if you're here now, I'm extra grateful, and you've been part of this early, but it's going to carry on for a long time, and I'm really enjoying making the videos and interacting with you all, getting to know some of your challenges and allowing that to guide the way that I deliver content and the topics that I focus on. But as you know, I'm trying to cover the full spectrum of these things, so it'll be more about meal preps, more full days of eating, more diet planning, more of the numbers, more of the training theories, more of the info on PEDs, more of the contest prep advice, more of the kind of general journey advice and ideas, more on documenting my own journey, which is going to take a different form once I reach the 300 pounds in a week or two, I suppose. Might be some kind of tidy up. Anything where I'm eating a little bit less would be very welcome at the moment. And I think when I get to that 300 pounds, I'll do a separate video explaining just how challenging this has been at its worst points, at its lowest points. And it'll be really nice to eat a little bit less and see a little bit of definition and tidy up before kind of moving forwards again. And Lord only knows what weight that'll take me up to if I keep progressing when I jump back into it after some kind of clean up. But on we go, because I don't intend to compete this year, as I've said. I think there's more long-term progress required for me to get the best out of my potential here, especially on the legs, especially as they've now had a couple of weeks off that was unplanned due to that little accident. But that's about all that's going on now. I think I can wrap it up now and look forward to training back. I'm pretty much set on pumping iron tomorrow now that I think about it, and I look forward to recording all of that and speaking to you tomorrow. Cheers.